Welcome to LSB Feaster's Radio Aircheck and Classic TV channel.
Hi, this is Bill Smith. The long-awaited weekend is here, and I sure would like to spend some time with you, so join me this morning at 10 o'clock on Radio 103.
The Spirit of New England, WBZ Boston Group W Westinghouse Broadcasting. It's 55 degrees in Boston. Tonight's low will be 52. I'm Streeter Glick reporting the 2 o'clock WBZ News. President Ford is in Kansas City, Missouri, the second stop on his two-day political swing through Missouri, Kansas, and Texas. Ford told reporters Friday night that he will not buckle to criticism of his traveling and seclude himself in the Oval Office. Earlier in the day, Ford was in St. Louis amid reports of a gunman in the area where he was to speak and 2 bomb threats. But when police searched for the gunman, he had disappeared. No bombs were found. Ford also said Friday preliminary discussions are underway in Moscow about a possible long-term trade agreement, U.S. grain for Russian oil. The American negotiating team is headed up by Undersecretary of State Charles Robinson. International Harvester says it has signed an agreement with Moscow in cooperation in scientific and equipment research. The firm's president said in Chicago Friday that the agreement marks, quote, a new stage in our company's cooperation with Soviet agencies. Treasury Secretary William Simon says the administration still is opposed to helping New York out of its money crisis. Simon told reporters in Georgia Friday that the financial collapse of New York would not mean bankruptcy for the entire United States. Both the director of the CIA and chairman of the House Intelligence Committee are refusing to say which 4 words released by the committee endanger U.S. intelligence gathering. The White House is demanding that the committee return all the classified CIA documents in its possession because the key words were not edited out of material made public Thursday. Mrs. Gerald Ford pledged her support again for the Equal Rights Amendment. BZ's Matt Cooney has detail.
First Lady Betty Ford pledged to help win ratification of the Equal Rights Amendment by next year. Addressing some 80 women leaders at the White House, Mrs. Ford reminded the group of her outspoken support for the amendment.
I guess by now there can't be very many people that don't know how I stand on that issue. And I haven't really been very shy speaking out about it. But you have made it your number one priority, and that's exactly what it should be. It should be number one priority for any year, but especially it should be number one priority for this, our bicentennial year.
34 states have approved the amendment, and 4 more are needed for it to become law. Matt Cooney, W News, the White House.
WBZ News Time, 3.5 minutes after 2.
School Volunteers for Boston is asking you to go back to school this fall, asking you to spend 3 or more hours a week in the public schools tutoring math, reading or English as a second language, working in a library, or assisting with art, music, or science. Training and placement are provided. Call School Volunteers for Boston, 267-2626.
Movie director Sam Peckinpah, who gained fame with such films as The Wild Bunch and Straw Dogs, has been convicted on a battery charge. Peckinpah was put on a 1-year's probation for punching a Continental Airlines passenger service representative at Los Angeles International Airport. 2 persons were killed in separate accidents Friday at the Reno National Championship Air Races in Nevada. Some 15,000 spectators saw one pilot clip a pylon and plunge into the ground. And a stunt plane flying upside down was pushed to the ground by a gust of wind, killing a wing walker. Now the weather for Boston and vicinity. The rest of this morning, cloudy with rain gradually ending after midnight. Low temperatures in the 50s. Saturday, variable cloudiness, breezy and cool, highs in the mid-60s. Saturday night fair and quite cool, low temperatures in the mid to low 40s. And Sunday, mostly sunny and continued cool, highs in the 60s. In Boston, it's 55. Hi, sports fans. On the BZ scoreboard, Ace Glick reporting the American League. Milwaukee at Boston, rained out. Cleveland at New York, rained out. First game, Oakland 11, Minnesota 4. Second game, Minnesota 7 and Oakland 6. Kansas City took 2 from California. First game 10-2, second 7-2. White Sox 5 and Texas 2, Baltimore 6 and Detroit 4. In the National League, Pittsburgh 6 and Montreal 3, St. Louis 5 and the Mets 1, San Diego 1 and Houston 0, Atlanta 2, Los Angeles 1, Cincinnati 6, San Francisco 3, Cubs and Philadelphia idle today. That's it, sports fans, the top story of the hour. President Ford is in Kansas City, Missouri, the second stop on his two-day political swing through Missouri, Kansas, and Texas. Good luck, Sherry. And that's the 2 o'clock WBZ report. I'm Streeter Glick, WBZ News. We now present Bill Cusack with the WBZ editorial.
Money is the name of the game in state government, and the budget, in turn, is the heart of the money game. It's this document that determines how high our taxes will be and where and how our money will be spent.